my channel. So today I really wanted to like create my first Christmas video. I don't think last year I did one, but this year I'm like just pumping out all of these videos, and I really want to do a Christmas one, especially since Christmas is like my favorite holiday. I wanted to incorporate both green and red in this look because both colors are associated with Christmas. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but like my under eyes are green, and like the crease of my eyeshadow is like red, as well as like my lip is red. And I'm wearing a onesie because I'm pretty sure Christmas Day I'll be wearing a onesie to open all my gifts under the tree. I don't know about you guys, but on Christmas I just like transform into like a little kid, and I just get excited. That's the only day of the year you'll catch me waking up early. I won't ever like wake up early for like school or like work. I'll always be in such a bad mood, but Christmas just puts me in such a great mood. So if you guys really want to see how I create this video, then please keep on watching. So I already laid down my base. I moisturize with the Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizer. After that, I primed with this Cover FX mattifying primer with anti-acne treatment. I've been getting a lot of breakouts lately. I think it's because like finals are around the corner, and I've been studying non-stop, so like stress equals breakouts. So I've been just using this so I can just, you know, keep acne at bay, don't get more breakouts. After that, I set my eyes and primed them as well. I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the original. I know sometimes I use the anti-aging. Well, I just ran out of the anti-aging, so I'm using the original one. This was my backup, and I just set that with the Megaglo contouring palette, the brown one, and this is in the shade Caramel Truffle. I just set my lids with a fluffy brush, as well as conceal my brows. I know you guys don't see like a big difference with my brows, but that's only because I use a concealer that's my shade. I don't want anything too over the top. I don't know if I should go in with like brow gel to like, because I feel like there's like powder in my eyebrow hairs now, so I feel like I should go in with a brow gel just in case. And then we'll get on to the makeup tutorial. So I found this Milani Easybrow Tinted Fiber Gel. And this is not my shade, but it'll do. I don't normally buy brow gel because I don't normally conceal my brows. I only conceal my brows when I haven't done my eyebrows in a while. I usually go without doing my brows like 3 to 4 months, and then I get them done again because I rather like struggle through those 3 to 4 months and then like have them pop in, have them like very like thick and, you know, clean, than to like do them every month and then see them disappearing. Because I know that's like an issue with people who do their eyebrows every month. They see their eyebrows disappearing, and then they take like a whole 6 months off of them doing their brows just to like have it grow back. So I just do mine like 3 to 4 months at a time, and I see such a big difference. I don't lose extra eyebrow hair. So yeah. Next, we're gonna start on our eyeshadow. So this is my first Christmas tutorial in 2018. I'm doing it in a onesie, as you guys can tell. I live in onesies, and I'm pretty sure when I unwrap my gifts on Christmas, I'll be wearing a onesie. I'm gonna go into JamesCharles palette, and I am going to take the shade Spooky, which is a black shade. I feel like every eyeshadow palette needs a black shade, and I'm just gonna put that all over my lids. Hopefully this makeup tutorial comes out cute. Wow, that's a very pigmented. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. And I'll just pack that all over my lids. I want to go for like a very smoky look. Hopefully it works in my favor. I usually have a very hard time with black shadow, but hopefully it's on my side today. I'm gonna take it on my lid as well as like a little bit into my crease. but mostly focusing it on the lid. Now that you look like you have a black eye, you do it to the other eye. Now that you look very weird, I'm gonna take a very like, what is this called? Well, this is a crease brush, you know that for sure, but like there's like a name for it. And I'm just gonna go into my color switch just to take up all the excess shadows. And then go back into my James Charles palette into the shade You're Kidding. It is like a very like bright red color. It looks like that right there. And I'm just going to start blending the black out in my crease. These shadows are so pigmented. Like, I highly recommend the James Charles palette. I know I keep making things fall in the background, but yes, I highly recommend the James Charles palette. So I'm just gonna like start blending it out now. And I'm just gonna continue to load on shadow onto my brush and then go back in and blend it out. And we'll see how this goes. I usually have such a hard time with black shadow, so let's just see how this goes. Feel like I smoked out enough. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like it's supposed to be like a smoky eye, and like the gradient effect of the smoke and well, not the smoke, with the black and the red combined, creating like this dark purple. I don't know, I really like it. I really love how this look is coming out so far, so I'm gonna continue. I don't really like how I did this eye, but this eye came out amazing in my opinion, so we'll just continue and like ignore this one. I'm going to use a fiber mascara as well as my Bad Gal Eye mascara, as well as my Better Than Sex mascara, and hopefully the combination of all three kind of give this the effect of false lashes, because yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna go do that now. By the way, when I was applying my makeup, when I was applying my eyeshadow, I kept going into the black and the red and just like I kept blending. So that's why like my eyeshadow looks so smooth now, because like your blending technique has to be like on point, especially since you're like using black. Black is like the #1 shadow like someone can mess up. So I just kept like little by little kept adding some black, then going in with the red, and then blending it out. My blending took like a good minute, so yeah, that's what I recommend to you guys. That's the technique that I use, and it's been working for me. Hopefully it works for you guys. So I'm gonna go into this L'Oreal Paris Voluminous primer base. Looks like this. And then you guys know what Better Than Sex mascara is by Too Faced, and the Bad Gal Bang mascara at Benefit looks like. So I'm gonna go do that. Right off the bat, with using this mascara, I noticed that my lashes got longer. So that's a plus, because whenever I put on falsies, I always look for length and volume. So like hopefully with the Better Than Sex mascara, it'll add volume to my lashes. So I'm just gonna let them dry a little, and then I'm gonna go in with my Bad Girl Bang first, and then the other mascara second. So after that is done, I'm going in with foundation. I'm not done with the eyes yet. I kind of want to do something on like underneath my eyes. So I'm just gonna go into foundation, let everything set, and while everything is setting, I'll do that. So I'm using the Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful-Look 24 Hours foundation. It looks like this. I know this didn't come out too long ago, and I love it. The only thing with this, I don't recommend taking photos, especially since it has like sunscreen in it. It has SPF 25, I think. Yes, it has SPF 25. So I would not use this if I'm gonna take pictures or like to a special event. I would usually like use my Fenty foundation. Other than that, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It makes my skin look so like flawless. You guys are gonna see in like a few. It really, compared to like the Fenty foundation, I don't know, I will always like use the Fenty foundation. I feel like it's like my Maybelline Fit Me. I know you guys, if you guys have been like looking at my videos since the very beginning, I used to use the Maybelline Fit Me in like most of my tutorials. It's like that Fenty foundation really does like it does it all, but it's kind of pricey. That's why sometimes I don't use it. But yeah, going back to this foundation, I noticed that I get really oily at the end of the day. I mean, I do have oily skin, so if you have oily skin and you don't have like that oily look, then I would say stay away from this foundation, or like use it in the winter like what I'm doing, because this is definitely not a foundation for the summer, at least for me. So I'm just gonna paint that all over my face, and then go in with my Real Techniques complexion sponge. By the way guys, I'm only using this brush because my Real Techniques one is very, very dirty. I have to clean my brushes this weekend. That's gonna be my mission this weekend. Now I'm gonna get, well, this is not my complexion sponge, but this is a sponge, and I'm just gonna press everything into the skin, make it very skin-like. Really love how this eye came out. Like when I'm taking all my pictures for the thumbnail, I'm gonna be turned this way because this eye is good, but it's not the best. Next, I'm gonna go into my Sephora Gel Serum Concealer, the Bright Future one, in the shade 15. This shade is most definitely my shade. If you guys want like a highlighty effect, then go for it. I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna go into another concealer and just brighten my eyes, my chin, my forehead. But I'll do that once I blend this one out, so I'm just gonna do that right now. I'm gonna go into Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I bought this a couple of years thinking it was gonna be my shade. I don't know what I was thinking. And I've used it as a concealer highlighter ever since. So I'm just gonna put that on my forehead, put that on my nose. See how light it is? Chin, and then somewhat under my eyes. if you guys have like dark under eye circles and you guys put on like highlighting concealer, it'll always show up gray. So my trick to you is to put a concealer that's your color, your shade, underneath your highlighting concealer, and then it'll just show up true to color. Your under eyes will be bright, you'll look more awake. I've been doing that for years because I myself struggle with dark under eyes. So I changed my battery and I'm back. I set my face. It's been baking for like 2 minutes now. I'm just gonna brush it all off because I've been experiencing like drier skin after like I bake, since it is winter time here. I feel like I look very pale, at least on camera. Yeah, next I'm gonna continue to work under my eyes. I'm gonna go into a very small brush. I'm gonna take this flat brush and go back into my JamesCharles palette, and I'm gonna take that black again, very lightly, and I'm just gonna dust that on like, not my waterline, but like my under eyes, very lightly. Like when I tell you guys to go light on this, I really mean it, because like the wrong amount of shadow will screw this look up and you really don't want that to happen. So I'm just gonna like take some on my brush and like dust a bit off and just like start shading. Like that. And a little trick, if you guys do end up putting a little bit too much, we're gonna go back in our blending brush, make sure it doesn't have any shadow on it, and we're just gonna blend it out. I'll just show you guys how. So just go underneath and just blend everything out. I'm just blending it out because I want my look to be very diffused, because the next color I'm going to add on my like under eyes, I want it to show up, I want it to pop a lot, because you see how we have that red and it pops a lot in our crease. I want the green, because I'm going to put green under here, to pop a lot. So I'm just going to do that. Now, okay, I'm going to go back into the green shade. Well, not go back into it, just go into the green shade. I'm going to do this with this very tiny brush right here, and just try to overpower the black that we put. We want it very smoky, but we also want the green to show up, so I'm just going to do that. So my camera shut off on me. Hopefully now everything's going to be just smooth sailing. So I'm just going to place the green on my under eyes. Just keep adding the green, like. And thankfully, James's palette is very pigmented. So this look is really a breeze. And I feel like putting some golds in like the inner corner, but I'm just gonna like blend it out. So we're not done with the eyes. I'm gonna like add gold in like the inner corner. You know what? I'm gonna take from the Desert Dusk palette from Huda. I wasn't like sure if it was Desert in the Dusk or Desert like Dusk, that's why like I looked. Anyways, I'm gonna take the shade Nefertiti. I don't know. Anyways, it's that one right there, and I'm just gonna place it into my inner corner with a very small brush. Just pop it in the inner corner. I know you guys have seen this before. This was in like my last video, the extremely long one. I'm gonna try for this video to not be that long. And this is just the L'Oreal Paris Silkissinme eyeliner. True Teal. It's very pigmented, all of that. I'm just gonna pop it in the inner corner. After that, I'm gonna go into contour. You guys know the deal with this NYX Cheek Contour Duo palette. This is the shade Wine and Dine. I'm just gonna put this on with an angled brush. You guys have seen me do this so many times. I'm just gonna like warm up my forehead a bit. I know I don't really need it, but since this foundation is actually pretty light on me, I'm just gonna go around the perimeters of my face, as well as I give myself like a nose contour and a few, you guys will see. So I'm just gonna basically add this all over. Now, since we're gonna be spending so much money on the holidays, we're not gonna have no money for surgery. So we're gonna give ourselves a nose job with makeup. I'm just gonna go into the contour shade and very lightly just go up and down my nose, just parallel to like the bone in the middle, and then I'm just gonna give it a little curve, doing it again on the other side. And I know sometimes people like bring it up here. I do that only sometimes. That's like only when like I want a strong nose highlight. And then yeah, I do that. And then as well, I'm gonna add some under my lips to make it appear more pouty. It's like just a subtle difference, not like too much of a difference. And after that, we're just going to add a little bit more of the highlight we added earlier. Or we can go into this contour and highlight palette. I'm going to take the lighter shade and just go down the middle lightly, just very lightly. Just go down the middle. You want it to look as natural as possible. You want to make sure you have like a very straight nose. I mean, some people like different shapes of noses. This is just like my personal favorite. I go straight down the middle. Although I feel like I don't need to do it. Sometimes I do it just to be very extra. And yeah, that's how I give myself a fake nose job. Next, I'm going to go into highlight. And this highlight I've been loving for like a couple weeks now. It's the Artist Couture highlight. I don't know, wait. Yeah, the Diamond Glow Powder, that's what it's called, but it's like a powdered highlight, and this is in the shade Lickable. So the highlight comes like this, and what you do is, so I'll take my Anastasia A23 brush and I'll just like dab it in, but this is like way too much. Like a little of this goes a very long way, so I'll just like pick up a lot with my brush and just like dust it off into the pan. And then when I feel like, well, I feel like this is like a little bit too much, but I'll add it anyways, and then I can just like blend it out and like go over it with my foundation if I feel like it's too bright. So I'm just gonna add this to the face. See, like you can go very subtle or very hard with this highlight. I feel like this is like the right amount that I would want. Sometimes, I mean, like when I go out to parties and stuff like that, I'll put like a little bit more. You can see when I put more, like it's very buildable, and it's a very pretty highlight. Like you'll be blinding people from a distance. I'll do that to the other side. my nose. You guys know I love a nose highlight. And then I'll do it on my Cupid's bow, even though sometimes it just gets wiped off. Do it on my chin. Like, I put this highlight everywhere. I am in love with this highlight. Like, it's just so beautiful. I feel like everybody needs this highlight in their makeup collection. Oh my god, I'm living. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna go in with lipstick. This lipstick is so matte, and I don't think it transfers. Like, once you like put on a layer, like when it dries, it doesn't go anywhere. Even after you eat, like, it really doesn't go anywhere. And I really recommend it because I bought this at the drugstore. It's Wet n Wild. Like, you guys know it's affordable, and the color is just so pigmented. It's so red. It's like a very like crimson red shade, and it just goes well for Christmas. So that's the lipstick I'll be using today. And I don't know if you guys can see the applicator right here. Like, it's like the indents of like where your lip would go, and it makes it very, very easy for you to like line your lips without even a mirror. Like, it's just, I love this lipstick line. Like, it's brilliant. Like, I feel like Wet n Wild really took their like time creating this product because it's just so perfect. I have not found like a fault in this lipstick yet. The only thing I would say is, like, if you guys don't really like that like very matte like feeling, because I know like a lot of people hate the like dry feeling, but like I love it because I usually put like lip balm right before it. That's what I have on right now. I suggest putting a lip balm. I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus and just spray it all over my face. And just wait till that dries. Now that our setting spray has dried, the look is complete. I hope you guys had a blast watching this. I had so much fun creating this. There was a little snags, but I managed to get over it. I really, really love how this look turned out, especially like the lipstick. The lipstick just brings the whole look together, as well as like the highlight. I'm just like so impressed with this highlight. I love it. But yeah, if you guys really, really enjoyed this video, please give this video a big thumbs up, as well as like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!